2021 City Commission meeting to order at 6:30. 5 commissioners present. Minutes, anybody have any corrections or additions?
None.
Any citizens' comments? There are no citizens out there. There's a lot of empty chairs.
It's desolate out there.
The consent agenda, I do have some mayoral appointments. I continue to be impressed with the number of people that want to participate in our committees and that have done it for numbers of years and want to continue. For the Hayes Area Board of Zoning Appeals, Russell Koenigsman and Jerry Sunday both have applied for an additional term. Hayes Planning Commission, Paul Phillips for a 3-year term. Hayes Public Library, Shelley Bryan and Mary Tepper, and I recommend approval of all of those.
I move we approve the mayoral appointment recommendations for the Hayes Area Board of Zoning Appeals, Hayes Area Planning Commission, and the Hayes Public Library Board.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. First item on our agenda is the airport land acquisition. In the absence of Jamie Salter, City Manager Toby Doherty.
Toby Doherty, I am filling in for the airport director tonight. We are asking the commission to approve the acquisition of 20.33 acres immediately east of the Hayes Regional Airport. We were approached by the property owner several months ago, asking of the city's interest to purchase the property. The property would be purchased under a 90%, 10% federal cost share, and we did hire Lochner to provide land acquisition services. In order to be eligible for FAA 90% reimbursement, the property in question has to be part of the airport layout plan, which this is. It was identified in the last 2 master plans actually as opportunities for growth. And we are somewhat landlocked around the immediate terminal area and hangar area. So we would have to either develop a new portion of airport property, which would probably include more taxiways and connectors, or grow to the east. So this is a logical extension of the airport, which provide quite a bit of room for future growth. The process is we selected a consultant back in June, and then we have been following all of the FAA requirements. We're purchasing this land with federal dollars, and so we have to follow all the federal requirements for land acquisition, which are much more onerous than, say, we would typically go through when we buy a piece of property. That concluded with an offer this year. Offer was accepted by the landowner. We're bringing it to you. The closing would be in July, and then we would submit for a grant reimbursement later this summer if the commission approves. So this shows the financial breakdown of the land costs of consultant services. You'll notice the consultant services are high. Again, this is because we're purchasing federal land and we're following FAA regulations. So there's a double bureaucracy we have to follow here. And then the attorney's fees, miscellaneous, and then the total cost. So the city's total cost would be $26,129, and we would pay for this out of the airport reserves. And the federal FAA would pay the rest. Federal Aviation Administration would pay the rest. So these are the options the commission has, and this is the action requested. I would stand for questions.
I'll make a motion to authorize the city manager to execute the contract for deed with Joanne Kerner Revocable Trust in the amount of $154,505, with the city's portion to be funded from the Airport Improvement Fund, and authorize the city manager to execute the FAA grant agreement when offered.
I'll second.
Been moved by Commissioner Musil and seconded by Commissioner Melick. Any discussion, questions, comments?
I think we're very lucky to be able to acquire this land right up to the airport and to the east, so that we don't have to in the future build taxiways, because as we all know, taxiways are very, very expensive. So thank you, Joanne. We appreciate her working with us on that.
I agree with you. To me, this is investing in our future for the airport. So, yeah, thank you to her.
And I would comment that I think that's exactly why Mrs. Kerner is doing this. It's what's right and what needs to be done for the city, and I think she's a class act, and I know her well. Thank you, Joanne. Any other comments, questions? If not, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Passes 5-0. Next item is a quick claim deed resolution for transfer of certain mineral rights to Rick M. and Betty Wolf. John Bird.
John T. Bird,
Just a
City
second,
Attorney.
John, I'm going to abstain from this as I'm related, so.
Commissioners, this is, as I said at the work session, pretty much a clerical matter. It involves a small tract of ground that we acquired long ago for a project up north. When we acquired it, we took a deed from the owner at that time. We didn't condemn, and so we took a voluntary deed. And in taking that, of course, we also ended up owning the minerals that attendant to the land. We don't need them. They haven't been of any use to us. And now the current owners are trying to clean up their title to the entire tract and those minerals so that they don't have to go through an onerous process to get their oil checks paid out, And so what we've done, I was asked to assist with this, and so we prepared a quitclaim deed under Kansas law. When we deed property of any kind out, the mayor has to be the one to sign the deed, and so we brought it to you for that purpose. And I did note again last week and in the memo, the fiscal note on this is pretty small. It's at the most the city would have been receiving $1 a year for whatever these minerals are. So
paycheck.
I have no problem whatsoever recommending that we approve the resolution number 2021-007.
I'll move to approve resolution number 2021-007 and authorize the mayor to execute a deed and all other documents necessary to transfer certain mineral rights to Rick M. and Betty A. Wolf.
I'll second that.
It's been moved by Commissioner Burgess, seconded by Commissioner Reuter. Is there any questions, comments, or concerns? If not, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? Passes 4-0 with one abstention, Commissioner Melick. Commission comments, inquiries, Commissioner Musil.
I just wanted to, the Hayes Chamber handed out some, I would consider prestigious awards last week, and, Jason Kennedy. Yeah, it's what happens when you go first. Jason Kennedy, I want to congratulate him for what him and his staff went through, but everybody involved. I mean, very deserving. When I seen that it was coming through, I was watching it, and just great stuff. And our own mayor, now, guys, we do have to bow to her because she's in the Hall of Fame now. So
That's only appropriate.
so congratulations, very much
Thank you
deserved.
very, very much.
Absolutely.
Big surprise.
I have nothing this evening, thank you.
Commissioner Burgess?
Well, I'll tack on so that way you don't get all my thunder, but yes. I do want to recognize the award winners, well-deserved. Jason Kennedy, Citizen of the Year. Helping Hands Award, Grow Hayes. Small Business Achievement Award went to Coons Diamond Jewelers. Businesswoman of the Year, Kylie Rupp at Body and Soul. Rising Star Award, Thomas Graham at Insurance Planning, and of course Hall of Fame to Sandy Jacobs. Well-deserved to each of those. And then Monday night, I believe it was, I went to Sternberg and attended the Department of Water Resources, had their water poster contest announcements, and gave out many, many awards to kindergartners all the way up to adults, and it was a really fun evening to see so many people in the posters and the contest and the kids get involved. So that was a really nice evening put on by the Water Resources Department here in Hayes. So, that's what I have this evening.
And Dad, your son was one of the award winners.
I know, and I honestly did not know anything about it.
Well, congratulations.
I didn't get to judge or any
That's-
of that.
That's
so,
very
yes.
cool.
Commissioner Reuter?
Yeah, I think we all had a good time. Was that Tuesday night? When we went out there and got to see all these kids. They were all really excited.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see these kids get so excited with water conservation and all the parents getting involved, and it's just great to see. And it's a strong program going 7 years long, I think. Looking forward to next year and keep an eye out around town for all these posters.
It was a fun evening. I think I commented the evening that it was going on. What I'm so impressed with is the parents' participation in this. There were a number of families that had 2 winners in one family, and that is telling me that everybody's involved. More than that, we have an adult category, and there were adult entries and some really nice work. And the people that got the awards in the adults were just as happy as the kids in kindergarten. The commitment that our community has to water conservation, and Holly and Stacy should be credited with that. They do an amazing job, particularly their education in schools. And if the kid comes home from school and says we're conserving water, you can bet in the household they're going to conserve water. So I wanted to congratulate both Holly and Stacy. They just did a great job. Very proud of them. And thank you for the comments about the award. It was very humbling and very surprising. Very surprised. Do we need an executive session? We do not. Meeting is adjourned.
All right.